This is Pragya, and I bring to you excerpts from current issue of Outlook on Islamophobia. In Search of Peace by Tanveer Ejaz. Tanveer teaches public policy at Delhi University. He writes, "The real question is how to build up trust between the two religions so that Islamophobia is staved off. At the core of both Hinduism and Islam lay the ideas of love, acceptance, and togetherness that can offset Islamophobia and Hindutva. Anticipating burgeoning bigotry and communalism in independent India, the founding experts of our constitution laid down two important fundamental rights to safeguard against ethno-national conflicts and riots. Article 25 provides right to freedom of conscience and free profession, practice, and propagation of religion. And Article 26 guarantees all religious denominations freedom to manage their religious affairs. Both provisions, in a sense, sought equal respect for all religions by the state and by the members within the civil society, for what Nehru explained as free play for all religions, subject only to their not interfering with each other or with the basic conceptions of our state. The courts, while interpreting these provisions, are expected to be more sensitive to religious and legal pluralism and respectful of religious freedoms, celebratory neutrality, and reformatory justice. Two recent events, one where a railway protection force constable shot 3 Muslim men on a train and shouted out, "If you want to live and vote in Hindustan, I'm telling you, it's only Modi and Yogi." And the second, the communal violence leading to bulldozing of Muslim houses by the state at Nuh in Haryana. These are simply travesties and perversions of the idea of religious freedom as enshrined in the Constitution. Why do Hindu-Muslim riots erupt at regular intervals, and more so when election seems to be round the corner? Why do religious processions, such as the ones in Nuh, which are essentially the carriers of tensions and violence, aim to attack religious symbols and bodies of the other? What kind of hate had the RPF constable nurtured against Muslims that he didn't even think about his own ruin when committing murder? Can we see this Hindutva-engendered hatred, extremism, and fanaticism against Muslims as the cultural product of Islamophobia? Perhaps yes, or maybe not. Following the 9/11 terrorist attacks in America, a particular anxiety about Muslim other led to increased Islamophobic hate crimes and suspicion and outright hostility against Muslims. Runnymede Trust, a British race equality and civil rights think tank, popularized the term Islamophobia in the 90s and claimed that the emotions of dread, hatred, fear, and dislike are at play against Muslims, leading to intolerance and discrimination. Some scholars prefer the words anti-Muslim prejudice, anti-Islam prejudice, anti-Muslim bigotry, anti-Islamism, anti-Muslim hate, and even oddly enough, anti-Muslims, with each having their own definitions. At the core of the notion of Islamophobia is the fear of Islam as a religion, taking over other non-Islamic religions, Christianity in the West and Hinduism in India. Also, Islam is seen as a major form for the construction of political and cultural identity. Samuel Huntington's infamous Clash of Civilizations thesis gave credence to the notion of Islamophobia, reducing individuals into purely religious entity, whereas humans in reality have multiple identities. For these and more, read the current issue of Outlook